No video is ever done. You just run out of time to do it. This is Paul Allen Clifford from TrinityDigitalMedia.com, and that's what I want you to think about today. You see, I'm a videographer. I might not be the best one in the world, but that's part of what I do. And when I first started doing video, I found that I could spend much more time than I had doing everything I was supposed to do. Now, there were some things that could not be made shorter, but there were other things where I was spending hours on the last 2%, and most people didn't notice the last 2%. They only noticed the first 98%. So that's when I came up with the idea that no video is ever done, you just run out of time. Because it is always the case that there's always something else I could do to make it a little bit better. As I was writing my book, the first book, I thought, I ought to put in more illustrations. Then I thought, I ought to do some interviews. And the more I thought about it, the more good ideas I had for creating a better book. But then it occurred to me, I've got to eventually stop. If I keep adding new things to this book, it just is never going to happen. And I would rather have a book that's completed, that I can show to people, that I can use as a medium for my ideas, than to have the perfect book that's never done. A lot of authors make this mistake. I can write a book in about a month, but it's not unusual to hear people say, oh yeah, I was writing for 6 years, 20 years, 5 years. The problem is, you can. Unless you've got a contract that says write for specifically this long, or you've got a due date or whatever, if you're self-publishing like I did, you can keep going forever. But as Steve Jobs says, great artists ship. The reason for this isn't that you couldn't be better. You could. But if you never ship, if you never deliver a product, then it's useless. I've got some products in my head, right in here somewhere. I'm not a neuroscientist, so I don't know exactly where they are, but they're in here somewhere. And they're useless to you because they're not out. They're not in a medium. They haven't been shipped. But the ones that I have shipped, that I have completed, are useful. Are they perfect? No way. I really wasn't able to spend the amount of time to make them perfect. Are they pretty darn good? Yes. Are they better than the ones that are stuck in my head? Oh, yes. So that's my next piece. I want you to actually do what you have in mind and get done with it. Doing and getting done are the most important parts, because otherwise it's not going to change anything. You have to ship to change eternity.